David. Is he going to take it all the way? Hunter Newman is going to take this one to the house. 5-point touchdown. He's got a great run to get in the end zone. No one to stop on that one. He absolutely ran.
Look up your Point Bearcats.
Great finish to a great run. We are live. Good evening, Bearcat fans. We're ready for Bearcat football after what looks to be almost a 2-hour rain delay. The Bearcats and the Wildcats have both taken the field. It looks to be clear skies now. We can see lightning off in the distance, obviously farther than 10 miles away. But we've made it, and we're here, and we're ready for the Bearcats to kick off the 2025 season opener at home.
Ryan, this is pretty exciting, man. Long-awaited arrival for this, but we're about to get this thing kicked off, and it looks like about a minute and a half.
Yeah, the helmet, the players are taking their helmet off, getting ready to do the national anthem. So we'll bring you that, and we'll be ready for the coin toss and the opening kick.
This afternoon, legendary head coach G.A. Moore, former Point Bearcat coach, passed away. It was important wins and losses, but more importantly, it was important to him how the young men turned out in life after football. His funeral service is going to be on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. at Midway Baptist Church, with a visitation on Monday night from 6 until 8 at Midway Baptist Church. We'd ask you if you would please have a moment of silence in honor and memory of the G.A. Moore family, if you would please. Dear Father, we thank you for today, Lord. We thank you for giving us football. We thank you for the rain you brought our way. Lord, I just pray you to be with the players tonight, Lord. Keep them safe. Keep Callisburg players safe on their drive home. Lord, we thank you for loving us and protecting us. Lord, we pray for G.A. Moore's family this week, that you would comfort them and let us know that our community supports their family wholeheartedly. Lord, we love you and thank you for dying on the cross for us. In your name I pray. Amen.
And we're back here. That was a nice prayer by Terry Slay. Back at Massey Stadium for another season. We're going to go to a check of the weather and a uniform check from Nordy.
Yeah, Ryan, so looks like we got about 79 degrees outside. Nice, cool breeze coming in. Looks like your Bearcats are going to be wearing their orange pants. Got black jerseys. Got the numbers on the side of their helmets with a black and orange strap down the middle. Callisburg Wildcats are wearing white pants, white jerseys with a maroon helmet with a Wildcat logo on each side and a white stripe down the middle, right?
That's right. Getting ready for kickoff here. The Bearcats are going to kick to Callisburg here to start this game. These two teams met last season which ended in something like a 35-0 shutout win for the Callisburg Wildcats. This is, I believe, the 28th matchup in school history with the Bearcats holding a 20-5 and 2 ties advantage. But none of that matters here tonight.
We're 0-0 right now.
For the Wildcats.
Kicking off for the Bearcats is going to be number 80, Anthony Torres. And the ball was blown off the tee, but he's got it reset, and he's ready to kick deep to the Wildcats. The kick is deep down the center with some. It's going to be fielded at the 5, cleanly set up for the return of the Wildcats. Not much room, tiptoeing up to the 20 before he's brought down at the Wildcat 21, where the Callisburg Wildcats wing T offense will take the field.
Right, this is going to be an interesting offense, back-to-back weeks of different styles of wing T, but this team's going to be a little bit bigger up front. It sounds like they've got a kid that's going to Texas State.
Tegan Lindsay.
Yeah, he's going to be a monster. We're going to have to see what we can do to slow that guy down.
He's listed at 6'5", 260. Can't wait to get my eyes on him. I think I see him there, head sticking out above everybody in the huddle.
That's a big kid right there.
Callisburg switched to the wing T in part. I think they lost the guy who was supposed to be their quarterback, who was in the spread offense last year. They lost him late. His dad got a head coach opportunity in Oklahoma. And they've got 2 linebacker-looking fellas that can play quarterback. I think that's why they switched here to the wing T. Taking the snaps is 44, senior Bowen McAdams. And he takes the first snap, and it's going to go to the right side. Tackle for a loss. Number 8, Tegan Barnett on the carry. Nor did you see who got in there and made the tackle for the Bearcats?
Right, I couldn't make out who that was. Looks like the jersey's a little folded up, but they definitely set that edge and did not let that running back get outside.
Terry Slade credits 18, Caden David, last week's Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Week. He gets the first tackle tonight. Want to also shout out this week's broadcast, like all Pilot Point Bearcat broadcasts on pilotpointbearcats.com. It's brought to you by Nick's Italian. Shout out to Nick. Thank you, sir. Second 11 snap, fullback dive up the middle, going nowhere. That looks to be another Caden. Nope, that's number 12 there. David Pickrell on the tackle.
Great play there. Try to run that dive up the middle, but Bearcats are dominating the line of scrimmage first 2 plays, and that's what it's going to take to be successful against a wing T offense like this.
We had a lot of pre-game chatter about what was going to take to win, setting up these Callisburg Wildcats. Rain delay kind of threw us off our schedule here, but lead blocking on that was Gustavo Perez, senior lineman. He's been a 4-year starter for the Wildcats. He wreaks much more havoc on the defensive end, though. We're going to have to watch for him tonight.
They've got a big front 5 for sure.
3rd and 11, first pass of the season, and it's going to be another tackle for a loss. Tried to run a swing pass out to number 33, Gabriel Zinski, for another loss, and that drive resulted in negative 1, 2, 3, 4 yards on the drive.
Couldn't be a better defensive stand to start the game out for the Bearcats there, Ryan.
A 1-yard loss, a 1-yard loss, and a 2-yard loss there to start the game. Bearcats defense. Yeah. Shout out to everybody listening. If you made it through the weather delay, thanks for getting with us late. Don't forget, we have the YouTube chats. If you're listening on Facebook, we appreciate you. We'd like you to transfer over to YouTube. This punt is high, and it's caught in Wildcat territory by number 24, Hunter Newman, and he's going to be dropped immediately. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break and come back for first down Bearcats.
20 flag on the play.
Well, we're going to stay here for the Pilot Point's first offensive drive of the game. It's going to be set up 1st and 10. And the chains are moving.
Looks like we had a penalty, and I'm not exactly sure what was called, but it's going to go in the Bearcats' favor for sure.
We're going to hit an ad while the referees sort this out.
With over 40 years' experience, DC David Construction LLC delivers expert craftsmanship in metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and more. Big or small, every job is done with professionalism and pride. Fully insured and ready to quote, call 940-390-8656 today.
Serving Pilot Point since 1878, the Post-Signal is your trusted source for hometown news. From local sports and school events to community milestones, we cover what matters most. Stay connected and subscribe today at postsignal.com.
Champion Equipment is more than just an equipment company. For 25
And we're back here, 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 32 to start off for the Bearcats. Garrett Evans ready to take the snap, motion left to right. And Garrett Evans is going to be a quarterback sneak right from where the motion came from. And it's going to be about 3 yards on first down.
We didn't see that play last week, did we, Ryan?
No, getting Garrett Evans involved in the run game a little. Took the quarterback sneak, took the snap and just ran a little quarterback sneak left and gained a few yards. Ran it right at number 61, who's not on Callisburg's roster. 2nd and 7. Quick drive up the middle. Angry runner, Caden David. He's going to make it take about 6 Wildcats to take him down.
Number 74 there for Callisburg had control of the line of scrimmage there and definitely impacted that handoff.
That's Gustavo Perez, who we highlighted on the last drive. He's going to wreak havoc on this defensive line for the Wildcats. Like I highlighted, 4-year starter for Gustavo.
Ryan, from what we can see up here, it looks like their left end and left defensive tackle are pretty big boys.
That's their Tegan Lindsay and Gustavo Perez.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 here. Hand off to Chumley. He's going to sidestep, get the edge, turn it up, run over a man, and get to the 25. And it's going to set up a 4th and short. We'll see what Coach Morrow wants to do here early on this night.
The Bearcats are not shying away from running to the right side of the offense against those 2 big boys.
Absolutely not. As they mark him out, the chains haven't moved. The down marker says 4th and 4. I feel like they got an extra yard or 2 on that. But the spot is the 26, and the line to gain will be the 22 for the Bearcats. Quick to the line, big 4th down here for the Bearcats. False start there on the Bearcats, going to back us up. 3rd and 9, no man's land here, too far to kick, too close to punt. I imagine we'll see the Bearcats go for it.
Ryan, that's going to be a big key tonight is staying ahead of the change, not getting these self-inflicting penalties. That's the first one for the Bearcats of the night.
An offense that doesn't like to pass the ball has to stay ahead of the chains. We saw it on the opening drive from Callisburg, 3rd and 13, and they made through a pass and lost yardage on it. 3rd and 9 here, drop back Garrett Evans, rolling left, looking down the field. He's going to sling it, and it's behind the intended receiver, Hunter Newman. It'll be a turnover on downs. While we go to break, please comment in the live chat on YouTube, and we'll engage with some of those tonight. We're going to go to break.
Champion Equipment is more than just an equipment company. For 25 years, Champion Equipment has served the Pilot Point community with top quality rentals, sales, and service. Led by Champ Walker and his son Michael, they will help you find the right solution for any project. From construction to landscape, Champion offers reliable equipment and expert advice. Locally owned and proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats.
Looking for the perfect lawn without the hassle? Perfect Turf has you covered. From expert weed control and premium fertilization to full sod installation and artificial turf that looks lush year-round. We bring the green, so you don't have to. Visit PerfectTurfTX.com for more information.
And we're back here for the second offensive drive of the game for the Wildcats. Come to the line. Tegan Lindsay playing right tackle. Gustavo Perez playing on the right side too, and that's where the pitch is going to go. Not much room before ball carrier is ended by number 7, Lane F.
Great play right there from Lane F. One-on-one tackle in the hole. Great play.
One of the things we were going to highlight before the game about a wing T offense, especially with a team like Callisburg who's new to running it, this offense requires a lot of timing, good snaps, good reads. It's going to be something to see how Callisburg in their second game ever running this offense, how they can execute it.
Absolutely right.
Especially with quarterback Bowen McAdams. He takes this snap and he's going to run it himself and really just have nowhere to go. He'll end up with 1 on the carry.
Ryan, he does not look like your typical quarterback. He almost looks like a fullback as big as he is.
And he wears the fullback number 2. He's wearing number 44. And he's a bruiser.
We know you love those quarterbacks wearing those odd numbers.
You know, we highlighted it last week about quarterbacks wearing those numbers and how unstable it looks. 3rd and 7 here for the Wildcats. Let's see if they try to air it out again. They threw 0 passes last week. They've already thrown 1 tonight, and this is going to be a sweep to the right. If they can get the edge, they have some room. They are held up, some dancing. It's going to set up a 4th and short, but the Bearcats defense rallied late.
couple missed tackles over there towards the Callisburg sidelines, but we were able to get a swarm of Bearcats over there to finally get running back down over there.
So this seems, with the Callisburg bruising style offense, this is something I would imagine they're going to go for. And we'll set up an opportunity for Pilot Point to turn Callisburg over on downs after being turned over themselves.
Definitely interesting early 4th down decision. Looks like 4th and 2 here. Not sure what we got going on here. Looks like the play clock's not running. Callisburg is in no hurry to call this play.
Already 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. This clock's going to run tonight. 4th and 2 for the Wildcats. They're going to quarterback sneak it. He did not get 2 yards on that. That is going to be a turnover on downs. The tush push isn't as easy as it looks, is it?
It is not. Great play by those Bearcats.
We're going to go to break and come back on the other side for the Bearcats' second drive. Back here for the first down, snap, drop back Garrett Evans, looking down deep. He's going to sling it. He has a man. It is caught, and it's David Pickle for the Bearcats. Touchdown. 40-yard pass play from Garrett Evans to number 12, David Pickle. After 2 touchdowns last week, adds another one here early.
That was a great play, Ryan. He snuck that wheel route out of the back after the play-action play. Never seen him streaking down the sidelines, and that's 6 for the Bearcats.
Boy, I love that play-action quarterback drop deep in the pocket. Garrett Evans slung it down the field. Bearcats open the scoring here early in the game, late in the night after the 2-hour rain delay. Bearcats are going to swing the gate. Number 1, Luke Connor, is the snapper. Make sure he doesn't run any routes tonight, even though we got away with it last week. Torres on the kick. 6:17 left in the first quarter. The Bearcats go up 7-0.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with a mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and Southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 Jakes Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Bill Bearcats.
Ryan, looks like we got number 5, Chris Walker, back here to receive for the Callisburg.
And he receives it about the 7-yard line. Great kick by Torres. Tiptoeing into the hole, nowhere really to go. Once again going to be tackled at about the Wildcat 23-yard line, where every Bearcat on the field jumped in on it.
Yeah, I think there's even some little extracurriculars diving on top of that pile just to get some credit for the tackle, right?
Yeah. Nordy, you pointed out the tape on the thigh pads, old school look going on tonight. Pre-game, before we had the rain delay, Chance was rolling some old B-roll from some old Callisburg Pilot Point games, and we noticed that tape on the thigh pads there.
It's definitely a great look for the Bearcats. Ryan, did you ever do that?
No, never did.
Neither.
I wore an arm sleeve for a couple games, and that's about the most drip I ever wore.
Linemen tend not to have too much drip, as they say.
They wouldn't let us wear us crop tops.
I look great in one, if you were wondering.
I wasn't. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Snap, pitch to the left, and he's not going to have a whole lot to go. He does dance back up between the tackles and is going to get about 3.5 yards on the carry. That was number 33 there again. Gabriel Zielinski.
Not a bad little first down run for Callisburg, but definitely another Bearcats flying to the football to make the stop.
What I'm happy with so far is this Pilot Point Bearcat front is not big. And they're going up against some big boys over there in Callisburg, and they've seemingly controlled the line of scrimmage, not let the guards pull, not let any power plays be run.
That's definitely going to be a key to tonight, is who can control and dominate the line of scrimmage.
Breaking the huddle here on this 2nd and 6. I imagine it'll be another run play here. They've already thrown the ball more tonight than they did all last game in their narrow win over Bowie. Quarterback draw up the middle, and Bowen, he's going to almost get tackled for a loss, but he's going to squeak out of there and get a first down. Ball came out late. They're going to say he was down. Bowen McAdams, quarterback.
Looks like number 50 was trying to strip that there towards the end of the play.
Joseph Martinez, number 50 for the Bearcats. He was wreaking havoc last week, and he's trying to do that again here early.
Yeah, he definitely was trying to get the player of the game last week. Standout player for defense.
One of those undersized guys in the middle that still decides that he's going to make things happen.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
First and 10 at their own 37. Drop back, pass, roll out right, pressure, and it's going to be intercepted. Lane F. Can he take it back? Oh, tripped up at the 12. Man. I think the turnbuster got him. I don't think he was tackled.
Yeah, I don't think he might have tripped over another Bearcat, but what a play by Lane F.
Came out just straight, took the ball there from the receiver, and we see why Callisburg may not want to throw the ball a lot with these ball hawks the Bearcats have in the secondary.
That was a heck of a play right there by number 7.
We're going to come with a 15-second break and come back, and hopefully the Bearcats can get in the
Ready
end
for a
zone.
smile that you truly love? At Pilot Point Dentistry, we provide friendly, personalized care for the whole family, right here in Pilot Point. Come join our dental family and experience expert care with a personal touch. Call us today at 940-686-2201.
Coming out of that break, 1st and 10 from the 11 for the Bearcats. Snap. That looks like Chumley up the middle between the tackles, driving the legs in the end zone. Power run between the tackles. Chumley just keeps getting the Bearcats in the end zone.
I got to shout out number 70 there, the right guard for the Bearcats.
Eli Noblin.
He was giving Tegan Lindsay the business.
Boy, 70 on 70 crime right there. Woo! R70 coming out on top. Eli Noblet helping the Bearcats get in the end zone. Last week when we got inside the 15-yard line or so, Coach Worrell repeatedly would go to Josh Chumley there with the pitch, but it's not a sweep. They're pitching it to him and letting him run between the tackles, and that's his 4th touchdown on the season so far through 5 quarters.
Heck of a start.
4:26 left in the first quarter. Bearcats 14, Wildcats 0.
You work hard every day to provide for yourself and your family. Why not let someone else help you out every now and then? As your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agency, that's why we're here, for peace of mind and to help you protect what matters most to you. Call Denton County Farm Bureau Insurance at 940-387-8572 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote, and learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can protect what matters. Life insurance products underwritten by Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Pilot Point, your new hangout is here. Moto and Latte, where coffee meets community. From handcrafted espresso to fresh roasted beans, it's the fuel to your road ahead. Come and see us at 110 East Liberty Street in downtown Pilot Point.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Bearcats play 7.
Anthony Torres teeing it up for the 3rd time here in the first quarter. One opening kickoff and 2 Bearcat touchdowns.
Maybe that delayed start got the Bearcats fired up, ready to go.
They're picking up right where they left off last week. Torres with the kick. This is a wobbler caught at the 19, and a mistake by the return man, number 4, Michael Hammer. Caught the ball down on a knee, and it was immediately down. One quick commercial and back for the Wildcats drive.
The Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned and family-run business established in 2003. The Shawn family's experience and exceptional service are unmatched. They carry a large selection of feeds for all animals. While there, visit their retail department and boutique for name-brand clothing, ranch supplies, deer feeders, grills, home decor, and more. Pilot Point Feed, it's more than just a feed store.
And we're back. Shout out to the chat. Devin Lane and Green Band is FTW in the YouTube chat. Lots of people in the Facebook chat. Want to shout out special Jeremy Jackson, class of 2009, middle linebacker, big hitter in the chat. Wildcat 1st and 10 snap, fake pitch right, coming out the left, and there's going to be some space. Bearcats going to have to run him down. Hunter Newman is going to jump on his back and tackle him at the Bearcat 39, but that's going to be a big run there on the fullback misdirection.
Ryan, that was a touchdown-saving tackle right there from Newman. He did not give up on that play.
Jumped right on the big boy's back. This offense, you have to be so disciplined in your keys up front, and every now and then they can sneak one out the backside on you like they did here.
First big play for Callisburg of the night. Hopefully that's the last one, right?
It's only their second first down here in the first quarter. A little confusion in the lineup. Bowen McAdams getting them put up. It's going to be a sweep to the right. Tries to bounce it. He does. They do get the edge. I feel like he had more room when he made the original cut, but he tries to stretch it.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily know which way he wanted to go. There's a swarm of Bearcats coming after him. He tried to take it up the middle or cut back in, but that wasn't working. Tried to jump back outside. But
all that dancing for 2 yards on first down. Going to set up a 2nd and 8 in Bearcat territory.
Ryan, with this new offense Callisburg got there has been some confusion on getting lined up.
It's only the 2nd week of the season. Coach Worrell said they did have a lot of timing issues, a lot of read issues in their scrimmages, but last week against Bowie cleaned all that up en route to going 1-0. Break the huddle here on the 2nd and 8 snap. It's going to be a quarterback dive. Jumps over, immediate penetration, but there's that fullback running style from the quarterback. Contacted at about 1 yard, carries the pile, and he's going to make it 3rd and a long 1.
You couldn't convince me he wasn't the fullback on the roster before the quarterback left. That guy's got the build, the size. He's built just directly like a fullback. It's got to be, right?
Only thing he's missing is one of those like butterfly-style neck collars, which I bet he was wearing before they made him quarterback.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and 2. That's what they're going to call it. And they're going to take their time getting the play in. There's no play clock running. I don't know if the officials are keeping up with it on the field. It's working here. It's just not running. 3rd and short, snap, quarterback up the middle, and he's going to just carry a few Bearcats. And hey, that was success. I might run that a few more times.
Yeah, that's that fullback quarterback again there. He's tough to get down.
They did run that on that first 4th down and went nowhere, but they've ran it twice since with some pretty good success.
From the 27-yard line.
Ron, I think you are right. This back judge here is counting down the play. So I think that caught Callisburg off a little bit on the last play because they rushed to the line pretty quick.
Late substitution from the Bearcats, but they're going to get everybody in and lined up, and it's a quarterback dive again. And McAdams is just going to put his head down and get about 2.5, 3 yards and set up 2nd and 7.
On the keeper, McAdams.
That's not the worst thing for this style of offense because it keeps them ahead of schedule, keeps them on schedule, ahead of the chains, gives them a chance.
It's definitely a key to a wing T offense. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, I think is the old saying, right?
Yep. I don't anticipate Callisburg trying to throw the ball again tonight unless they absolutely have to. Hasn't looked good so far for them.
Definitely not.
And a shotgun snap. There's motion early on both sides. Bearcats jump, but I believe both guards from Callisburg moved too. We'll see what the officials say who moved who. I think it's on the Bearcats.
Yeah, they're calling on the Bearcats.
They must say the Bearcats' defensive line enticed the jump because there were 4 people moving on that play.
Definitely don't have any home-time referees tonight, it looks like.
It's going to move 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 2. Callisburg looking to go on the drive and get some points here, maybe before the quarter ends. We're under a minute left in the first quarter. Going back under center, 2 running backs and a wing back, motion left to right. Another quarterback dive up the middle, and he's going to carry a whole host of Bearcats. That's almost like the tush push, but
It's a tush push for 10 yards.
It's like the quarterback sneak. The quarterback got in front of his lineman, and then all the linemen just started running.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough play for the Bearcats to stop. You don't normally see that on a second down.
Yeah, they're going to have to get low. The Bearcats are going to have to get low and up in some of those linemen, not let them get that momentum.
Penetration on that D-line is going to be key.
Fire off at some kneecaps here. Get the Wildcats out of this quarterback dive over and over. One thing about this style of offense, if you're a defense, you want them to run the most amount of plays possible because all it takes is one bad pitch or one fumbled snap. May run the same play, motion right to left. This time they are going to run a fullback dive to the left, and the Bearcats are there to stand strong. Great tackle by Jason Rangel. Out there in space, makes a good tackle.
That's a corner not scared to hit, is he?
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here at Massey. 14-0, your Bearcats.
Here at Sideline to Sideline, we love to talk 3A football.
Pottsboro, then Pilot Point, but Pilot Point might make it. Chad's been up there. Now this is his, second year. They could slip into the second or third spot.
Hey, they upset Mahey in the first round of the playoffs last year. We also talk 4A and 2A. So check us out each and every week, Sideline to Sideline.
This is James Floyd, owner of Custom Roofing and Construction. We have been helping folks in the Pilot Point area for over 15 years with over 140 projects to date. We are a local company, family owned and operated. If you are unsure of your current roof condition, just reach out to us for a free inspection. And go Bearcats.
Step into a world of kids' fashion unlike anything found in this area. The eclectic Boho, located in the red buildings at the intersection of Liberty Road and Highway 377 in Aubrey, Texas, offers fashion for your kiddos from newborn to 4T. Be sure to make us, the Eclectic Boho, your first stop for all things kids.
Hey Bearcat fans, you're probably asking yourself right now, don't I know that voice? Yes, it's Terry Slay, the voice of the Pilot Point Bearcats, and have been for over 35 years. But more importantly, the Slay family has been serving the community's elect Ray Roberts in the funeral business. If you find yourself in need of a funeral home, please call us at Slay Memorial Funeral Center. We'd be honored to take care of your family.
And we're back here, second goal from the 8. That fullback dive, that was a big play.
Fumbled,
and the quarterback gets it up. We just mentioned the more plays you make in offense like this run, the higher likelihood of a fumbled handoff, a bad snap, a bad pitch immediately happens there, taking a second goal from the 8 to a third and goal from the 12.
Yeah, Ron, that's one of those difficult plays to run in this wing tee because there's a lot of misdirection going on behind the play. And bad handoff there. Almost win the Bearcats' favor.
Shout out to everybody watching tonight on Facebook and YouTube. Please like and subscribe on YouTube so nights like tonight you get the updates when we go live, not having to chase links or wonder when we're coming back. It'll go straight to your phone. Shout out to everyone there. 3rd and 12. Handoff trying to get the right side. Cut it back over the middle. And they're going to get about to the 6. Setting up 4th and goal from the 6. Shouting out Gabe Dorbinghouse in the YouTube chat saying that wing tee can be way more than a cloud of dust.
From about the 6.5-yard line.
Some big boys up front for the Wildcats. I noticed on the roster, where I was going to hit this in the Custom Roofing and Construction pregame show, they only had 7 linemen listed on the roster.
Oh, wow. That's not deep at all for this style of offense.
Absolutely. So when you lean on guys both ways, like Tegan Lindsay, 6'5", 260, Gustavo Perez, 6 foot, 290, those guys tire out playing both ways all night. 4th down, drop back pass, pressure off the edge. It's going to be a throwback, incomplete. Another turnover on downs. That was number 8 for the Bearcats. Josh Chumley creating pressure. We're going to go to break and come back for a Bearcat offensive possession.
For over 40 years, Chandler Cabinets has been crafting top quality cabinets with unmatched craftsmanship and innovation. From concept to completion, their award-winning designs bring style and function to every space. Experience excellence built to last. Visit chandlercabinets.net or find them on Facebook. Chandler Cabinets, over 40 years of excellence.
Back here, Bearcats set up deep in their own territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 6.
Maybe
Another
we see that
turnover
quarterback
on
sneak.
downs. Say it again.
Maybe we see that quarterback sneak here to get away from the end zone for the Bearcats.
Coming out tight. They're going to get a sweep right. Josh Chumley's going to turn it up. And when you're a little concerned about being backed up, you go to your power guy, and he gives us 2 yards there, a little bit more room to breathe.
Yeah, you don't need that quarterback sneak when you got a guy running like that.
Yes, sir. 10 minutes and counting here in the second quarter. Kickoff was originally scheduled for 7. We didn't get going until just after 8:50 tonight, but glad to get Bearcat football in on a night like this. We're going to get the pitch. Josh Chumley sidesteps a man, sidesteps another, and he's going to be tackled at about the 15. Some business going on in the end zone. There's a flag, and that might be on the Bearcats. If it's not, it's going to be a Pilot Point first down before that flag, and we'll see what the call is.
Surprised I didn't see the trainer out there. Chumley made somebody break some ankles out there.
It looked like they called that maybe a hold. I thought it looked like maybe more than a hold. But it's going to go against the Bearcats, backing us up in our own territory. That's the sort of stuff Coach Worrell said that we can't have from the Bearcats this season if they want to stack a bunch of wins together.
Yeah, those penalties can hurt you really bad in an offense like this.
It's one of those, it's not the worst place in the world, I guess, because it's already so deep in your own territory. It's a half the distance to the goal, so you end up losing 4 yards, but it does set you back.
I've got faith in the Bearcats. We can get out of this.
Some of the big plays we've seen. Well, so it must not have been a hold. It must have been a personal foul because the result of the play was a first down. They go 15 yards or half the distance from that. So the Bearcats do get a new set of downs here. 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Breaking the huddle here. 2 backs behind Evans. Evans going to pitch it out to the right side, and Caden David getting to run angry, breaks the tackle up across the 10. But he was down. The referee comes in, marks him down. It's going to be positive yardage on first down for Caden David.
This thing looked like a bar of soap popped out of there. It's a little dangerous.
Caden David not quite at the pace he was at last week, where he went for 184 yards on 6 carries, which was like just under 31 yards a carry. So far, only 2 carries for 6 yards for him. 2nd and 5. Do they go back to him? No. I don't know exactly what happened on that play, but I do know it's going to result in a no gain for the Bearcats, setting up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that play didn't have great success. Tried to run the dive up the middle there, Ryan, but looks like they had Caden David trying to go out the side, maybe catch him off guard after success on the play before.
So going back to the 4th down stop the Bearcats just made, it looked like Callisburg tried to take a page out of Bonham's book and know that our defensive line gets upfield on pressure, tried to throw a screen behind him. Bearcats sniffed it out well. This 3rd and 5 is going to be a pitch left. Chumley's definitely going to have the first down. He's going to try to come underneath the tackler, and he does fumble, and this one's going to bounce out of bounds. The Bearcats are going to luck out. First down, Bearcats. Chumley gets it all the way to the 36 before fumbling. The ball propels forward 3 yards, goes out at the 39, out of bounds. Bearcats first down.
That's another play that went in the Bearcats' favor there, Ryan. Back-to-back plays with fumbles, but we got the first down. Let's see if we can keep her going.
That's the classic, the running back trying to do too much sometimes. Fighting for those extra yards, ultimately gets stripped. It's not been raining here since the game started, but you know that turf's still got to be slick. Hunter Newman jet sweep left to right. He's going to get a little bit of space before he's smushed by Tegan Lindsay, but after a gain of about 4.
It's a big boy to go lay on you like that.
I'm a big guy myself, and I would not want him doing that to me. He's gonna come off the field, and while the Bearcats are setting up for 2nd down, we're going to get ready for an out-of-town scoreboard.
2nd down and 6 for the Bearcats.
It's a little delay on our end. We'll put it on the screen. 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats. Pitch to the left. Chumley's going to cut it between the tackles and get up to about the 45. Dallas Oak Life down 9 at halftime. Dallas Madison up. Grand Saline beating Palmer. Pottsboro losing to Sanger. Bells and Whitesboro tied at 7. Those are the scores around the district so far.
The Palmer one seems to be a little shocking there, Ryan.
The Palmer's projected to win our district this year, and they were down 2 scores, it looked to be, in that game. 3rd and a long 5 for the Bearcats. Motion It's going to be a pitch out towards the motion. Caden David's going to try to get the first down. Lowers the shoulder, runs a man over, and gets to the 50, which is the line to gain for the angry runner, Caden David. Bearcat first down.
Ryan, the slot receiver towards the far side of the field here. It's coming in motion to be kind of a crackback to hit the D in there to help set that edge. He was a little bit smaller guy than number 7, Logan Grisham over there at the D end for Callisburg, but he made a great play.
Caden David just dares anyone to get in his way. First and 10 at midfield for the Bearcats, about to cross over into Wildcat territory. It's going to be a pitch, and that's number 2 there on the carry. He's going to get about 1 yard. Ashton Williamson, couple carries last week, gets his first carry of the night there for 2 yards.
That was one thing we had great success with last night. I believe we had 7 running backs score a touchdown.
7 different touchdown scores for the Bearcats last week, 9 different ball carriers, and we did score the defensive touchdown on the Hunter Newman pick 6.
We can plug and play there in the running back position, and anybody can break away and have a great run.
Only 4 Bearcats scored last week. Bad stat memory here by Norty. That was on him. I'm going to take the blame.
We got a flag over here as well.
It's going to be false start on the Bearcats, which is going to save us from a fumbled snap. So it was 2nd and 8. It's going to turn into 2nd and 13 here for the Bearcats back in their own territory. Getting behind the chains.
Definitely a long drive here. Hopefully we can have success on the 2nd down play and get 3rd down to be a little bit more manageable.
I know Coach Worrell's picking and choosing his spots to drop back and pass, but that one touchdown looks so smooth, I want to see it again. It's going to be 2nd and 13, and here it comes. Straight. Oh, no, it's a draw up the middle, and that's going to be some yardage for Ashton Williamson. First down plus some across the Wildcat 25 down to the 20 or 21-yard line for Ashton Williamson.
On that tackle, number 4, Michael Hammer.
Great play there by Riley Hayes, wide receiver, 30 yards downfield, staying locked in with his corner to help set Ashton Williams out on that long run.
Bearcats first down at the 20, so we're in the red zone again. So far, we're 2 for 2. Hopefully the Bearcats can convert again and go 3 for 3 in the red zone. 5:20 and counting, plenty of time left in the half. Garrett Evans under center, 2 backs. It's going to be pitched to the right. This is David Pickrell. He's looking for some space. He's going to get the 20. He's going to get the 16-yard line before he's slung out. It's going to be 4 yards on that first down carry by David Pickrell.
Great play by David there.
Patient run there. It wasn't a whole lot of space. Just kept looking, turned it into a positive game.
Ryan, I'm noticing Callisburg's having to constantly rotate their D linemen. It's kind of something we talked about earlier where only 7 linemen on their list.
7 linemen on the roster. I did see a lineman not on the roster, but even that's 8. That's not a whole lot. Pitch to Chumley between the tackles, going to get down. Smart decision there, about to lose his head. Got down for no gain, setting up a 3rd and 6.
On that tackle, number 14 for the Wildcats, Michael Christian.
Oh, that was a beautiful draw play. I called for the pass, said I wanted to see it. Drop back looked like it. Draw come right underneath it.
Yeah, faked us both out pretty good there.
Beautiful play call. You mentioned all of the subbing in by the Callisburg Wildcat linemen. You know, they only have 7 or 8. 5 of them have to play on offense. And you and I can attest, running the ball, run blocking takes a lot out of you as a lineman. It's going to be a pitch left. Chumley, he's going to get the edge. He has a chance inside the 10, inside the 5, breaks the tackle, stretches out. Touchdown! Josh Chumley reaches for the goal line, and he gets it. Another Bearcat touchdown, number 5 on the season for Josh Chumley.
Heck of a play right there by Josh Chumley. Reaching that ball out just to get it across the white line there for the 6 points.
Bearcats looking to see if they're going to swing the gate or run the 2-point conversion. Coach Worrell says let's roll it. Moving it in. They're going to kick this extra point. 3:53 left in the 2nd quarter. Bearcats looking to extend their lead to 21-0 on this Anthony Torres PAT. Snap, hold, the kick is up. and it goes through 21-0 Pilot Point.
Is your AC struggling to keep up with the Texas heat? Call Capital Mechanical in Pilot Point. From fast, reliable repairs to brand new installations, their licensed pros keep your home cool and comfortable. Trusted since 2001. Capital Mechanical does it right the first time. Call 940-440-1100 today.
Hey there, Bearcat fans. While the Bearcats are headed toward the goal line every weekend, Raceway Ministries is at speedways all across the country, serving and sharing the good news of God's hope in Christ. Want to know more? Head over to racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Great start for the Bearcats, going up 21-0 here in the first half. Pilot Point did enter this game as 25-point favorites if you want to take Texas 3A high school football lines. In our pregame meeting, it was said that the way these two teams run the ball, I don't know if there's going to be enough time to go up 25 points on them. Well, we haven't even played a half of football yet, and we're up 21.
I think we talked a lot last week about the average for the Bearcats in the last 8 games was, I believe, 38.5. Well, the Bearcats are marching towards that again.
It's more of a pooch-style kick. It's going to hit and roll out of bounds. We're going to get good field position for the Wildcats, something you wish you might not do when the game's going such in your favor. Give free, easy yards away. But it is the Bearcats, something the Bearcat defense is going to have to dig us out of. We're going to get a quick break and come back on the other side.
Hey, football fans, this is Laura Bradley, broker owner of SouthernLifeLiving.com, a real estate brokerage located right here in Pilot Point, Texas. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, our firm has several experienced agents to guide you through every step of the process. We want to be your go-to source for all of your real estate needs. Please visit our website at SouthernLifeLiving.com, or you can reach me, Laura, the broker owner, at 940-390-3911.
Another productive night on the ground so far for the Bearcats, led by Josh Chumley.
Ryan, he's got 9 carries, 69 yards, an average of 7.7 yards per carry.
2 touchdowns on the night, fullback dive for the Wildcats. Boy, they put 2 hands on the ball, duck their head, and when they hit something, they just try to go through it.
Just little bowling balls in there.
Not a whole lot of creativity. There's a Bearcat there, players going down. 125 yards rushing here in the first half for the Bearcats. They were held to 95 yards of total offense in this matchup last year. 2nd and 6, snap, another fullback dive, and then we're going to be upended there after about a yard and a half, setting up a 3rd and 4 here. Once again, ball in hands, head down, and once he runs into something, basically just it's the end of the play.
Down, yeah.
Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube is our #1 source, so if we ever have streaming issues or anything like that and something has to be cut, it would be the Facebook stream. So for that reason, you should migrate over to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and watch us there and get involved in the chat. 3rd and 4, snap, handoff up the middle, tiptoeing, and then some room, and they're going to get it out across the 50 into Bearcat territory for a 1st down.
It looked about like a 10-yard run there by Radek McKnight, number 13 for the Callisburg Wildcats.
Tiptoeing the whole way, up on his toes, running upright, just waiting for somebody to put a helmet right below his chin. Everybody else runs with their head down. He runs with it way up in the air, twinkle toes through the hole. 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 48. Another just tight dive right back to number 13. And hey, he's going to get the edge and twinkle toe maybe all his way into the end zone. Bearcats are going to run him down and tackle him right about the 10-yard line. So this is the 2nd time the Wildcats threaten the Bearcats deep in Bearcat territory. Let's see if the Bearcats can make a stop this time.
I think you might have heard what we said there, Ryan. He had to get his back out there. Talking about him, running little twinkle toes there.
Good carry. You said number 13, Braddock McKnight. Good carry there. Only running back who runs with his eyes up, finds the space, and gets a big gain. And we're going to get a timeout.
2-minute warning timeout.
It's a 2-minute timeout. We do that in high school.
Forgot
Here we
about
go.
that.
We're going to get a break and come back for the final 2 minutes of the first half.
With over 150 years' experience, Chapin Title and Pilot Point is here to help you. When buying or selling your next property, tell your realtor that you want to use Chapin Title for the experience they have and the convenience of being located right here in Pilot Point. You do have a choice, and that choice should be Chapin Title in Pilot Point.
At Hometown Pharmacy, you'll get expert service and quality healthcare products fast. Our friendly team helps you find right solutions and equipment that fit your lifestyle. Call Hometown Pharmacy today at 940-686-0123. Hometown Pharmacy, where care feels like home.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Fuller, proud superintendent of Pilot Point ISD. Here in Bearcat Country, tradition meets excellence. From strong academics to athletics and award-winning ag programs, we're building tomorrow's leaders. Every student matters, and every game is a chance to show our pride. Thanks for supporting Pilot Point ISD. Enjoy the game, and let's go Bearcats!
Wildcats down in the red zone for the second time. The first time ended in a turnover on downs on a incomplete screen on 4th and goal from the 6. This is 1st and goal from the 10, so they have to get the full 10 yards to convert here in the red zone. And they're going to do an end around, and the Bearcats have a chance to make a tackle for a loss, and they do. What could have been a 5 or 6 yard loss is ultimately going to be a 2-yard loss.
Number 33, Gabriel Zinski.
Trevion James for the Bearcats, corner, running him out of bounds on the end around, 2-yard loss. Running back took a chance there. Was that Zielinski? Zinski. Yeah, he ran way around to ultimately only lose 2 yards.
Take it. Great play there by the Bearcats.
Zinski, not to be mistaken with someone else.
Yeah.
Ran out of bounds, so the clock will stop. I think we're going to get the first timeout of the first half used here with 1:52 in the second quarter.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has provided auto body repair to North Texas. They offer hail, dent, auto collision, and other services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on their certified technicians for complete collision repairs to make your vehicle look just like new. Need auto body service? Visit them at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point or call 940-686-5194 for a free same-day quote.
Nick's Italian Restaurant in Pilot Point serves authentic New York-style pizza, fresh pastas, and other Italian favorites, all based on his family recipes from Queens, New York. Nick will always treat you like family, whether you dine in, take out, or cater. Taste the tradition and feel the hospitality at Nick's Italian in Pilot Point.
And we're back here, 1:52 left in the second quarter. Callisburg threatening 2nd and goal from the 12. A good showing from the Pilot Point fans tonight, especially after having to wait out a 2-hour rain delay. Stands are plenty full, and they're looking at a good Bearcat football game so far.
Plenty of fans out here, Ryan, showing out to support the local Pilot Point
Bearcats. First and goal for the
Bearcats.
Wildcats from the 12-yard line.
So it's going to be 2nd and goal from their Bearcat 12. Number 44 under center takes the snap, roll out, looking to throw. He's going to have it in the end zone. Great coverage, better catch. That's Zinski there for the Wildcat touchdown.
Number 33, Gabriel Zinski.
Looked to be either lane, I think it was lane F in coverage. He was in good position, good throw, better catch, and that's just one you can live with if you get beat on that.
Yeah, just didn't go our way on that one. I'm shocked they actually decided to make another pass play, Ryan.
It did. It looked good. 44, Bowen McAdams on the throw. 1:44 left. Might see the Bearcats throw the ball, come out, 2-minute drill. First PAT attempt of the night for Callisburg. Snap, hold, kick is low, but it is through. 1:44 left in the first half. Pilot Point 21, Callisburg 7.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating and cooling unit? Power Air can handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Power Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing a full consultation so you can choose the system that's right for you, your home, and your business. Call today at 817-487-2286 to schedule your service now. That's Power Air, 817-487-2286.
At Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble, we offer something for every child, starting at age 3. Preschool classes to elite tumbling, every class is packed with energy, encouragement, and skill building. Kids tumble, jump, and learn in a safe, exciting environment where all abilities are welcome. Join the gym where confidence is built and every child shines. Your journey starts here at Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble.
Lots of football left to be played tonight in this one. We want to shout out everybody in the chat tonight. We will be taking suggestions for the Texas-New Mexico Player of the Game, Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game in the YouTube chats. If you get in there and you shout out somebody, give us a little bit of guidance on who the player of the game should be. Josh Chumley, probably the leader in the clubhouse so far with a couple touchdowns.
Absolutely. It's got to be a favorite for the player of the game.
Teed up first, kickoff for the night for number 9 for the Wildcats, Wilson. And it's a deep kick. It's going to be hit at the 1 and drive through the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1:44 left in the first half. Pilot Point 1 for 2 on the night throwing with the 41-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Evans to David Pickrell. Let's see if they just try to break a big play in the run game and use the timeouts, or if maybe they run a creative pass play somewhere.
Ryan, I can't remember exactly who got the ball to start the first half.
Callisburg got the ball to start the first half, 3 and out, and then we got the ball back.
You're correct. Yeah, I do remember that. Now I wonder if that's going to play into the decision here by Coach Worrell, if he wants to maybe run a couple plays, sees what happens, and go into the half up 21-7, getting the ball to start the second half. I'd definitely like to see him come on, sling in, and see what we can do.
Yeah, I'd like to see some moderate, aggressive calls here in the drive. See what you can pop on one of the first couple plays. If you hit one big, you speed it up and you get going. If you end up with a loss or you end up in a bad situation, you take it into half. But Pilot Point does have the opportunity to double up on the Wildcats.
You've got weapons all over this field, Ryan. Any one of them could bust a big play here for the Bearcats.
Well, they're going to get 5 extra yards on an offsides on the kick team, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 30. Evans is going to pitch this to Chumley, and he's going to cut it up. Not much space before he's brought down after about 4 yards. So 137 and counting. Pilot Point does have all 3 timeouts left, but I think they're going to do what maybe we mentioned, run a few plays, see if you can pop one big, then start using those timeouts if you do.
That clock has definitely ran pretty fast for the first half. Maybe we can get some Bonham clock officials like last week where we ran 5 plays in 4 seconds or whatever that was.
Yeah, I do not think Coach Worrell is looking to be too overly aggressive here. He felt like you've dominated the game, up 2 scores, getting the ball coming out. Don't want to give Callisburg any momentum on a big play. Caden David's going to get the pitch right. He's going to try to find some space. There's going to be probably a hold where the flags are thrown. 2 of them come out.
That looked like almost the best pass of the night from the back judge there. He threw that 20 yards.
Well, you said that on a night where we've seen 2 really good passing touches.
Yeah.
You could have said that last week and you would have been correct. But this was a hold on the Bearcats. And now being backed up, 58 seconds left. You have all 3 timeouts, but you're not really a passing team. I might see Coach Worrell bang another run or 2 and get to halftime with a 2-touchdown lead.
Could see the exact same thing happening, Ryan. We'll see what we do here.
Pilot Point's lines on both sides of the ball, I think, have set the tone tonight. Doing good work up front. We will not be staying live for halftime. We will go to a break. We will let the bands and the cheerleaders get their performance in. They waited out the weather as well, so they're going to get some of their time on the field. Pilot Point coaches definitely wanting the clock to run. This is going to be just a fullback dive. Woo! And here's a play we might pop and might change their mind. That's about 12 yards on 3rd and 16. They're going to back it up some 11. So it'll be 3rd and 5 here. We'll see what Pilot Point wants to do. I think they're just going to run it. They're going to run it out and go into halftime with a 2-touchdown lead.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Depending on how the play clock is being calculated, Pilot Point might have to run one more play. Coach Worrell's kind of check on that now. 11 seconds.
Looks like we're running the half out, Ryan.
I think the refs are going to let them take it to half. And after 1 half of football here, after a 2-hour rain delay, the Bearcats go into the locker room up 21-7, and we'll get the ball first when we come out for the second half.
Life is full of steps. We learn to take small steps, and big steps. We take steps toward adventure, to keep growing. Steps to build a future, to discover what's next. This is banking at its best. This is banking forward.
Need a mechanic you can trust? Key Auto in Pilot Point delivers honest, expert repairs without the dealership prices. From routine maintenance to tricky fixes, they get right the first time. Locally owned, highly rated, and always fair. Stop by Key Auto today, where your car and your wallet are in good hands. 608 North Washington Street in Pilot Point.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point has served animals in the Pilot Point area for over 30 years. They offer quality, unmatched care for large and small pets, including preventative care, vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point, where pets are family.
Looking for insurance coverage you can count on? Shannon Stevens and Hutcherson Insurance Group makes protecting what matters simple, be it business coverage, life insurance, home and auto, or group health. He's got you covered with his personalized service and trusted advice. Call Shannon today at 940-395-1181 to get started.
Looking for reliable insurance coverage? Wood Insurance in Whitesboro has you covered. Whether it's auto, home, business, farm, or RV insurance, their experienced team is there to find the perfect policy for you. With access to many top-rated carriers, they strive to get you the best coverage at the best price. Call today, 903-564-6469. That's 903-564-6469.
Does your lab want a swimming pool? Does your Maine Coon want that window in the sun? How much space do your horses need? Maybe you're shopping for future chickens or a mini cow. Whatever you or your pet's home buying needs are, Whitney Delcourt at Lake Country Lifestyle Real Estate is ready to help you find it. Call Whitney today at 214-724-1607 or visit her website at lakecountrylifestyle.com.
Are you ready to buy a home? Call Chase Pearson at Supreme Lending. Fast closings, expert advice, and personal service that will make the mortgage process easy. Whether you're buying or refinancing, Chase gets it done. Call him today at 972-559-0952.
At TNMP, we power more than homes and businesses. We power communities. From restoring outages to upgrading infrastructure, our teams work around the clock to keep electricity safe, reliable, and ready. We're your neighbors, we're your power, we are TNMP.
Hey Pilot Point, it's Chance Kirby with Direct Real Estate. I know in this market you need accurate local information to help you make wise decisions for you and your family. That's why I created the Lake Ray Roberts Real Estate Report. It provides you valuable insight specifically focused on our market. This is not a generic DFW-wide report that none of you can use. It's actual, local, timely information that you need. Please scan the QR code to subscribe. Now let's get you back to the game.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats football season. Open your free e-checking account, no monthly service charge, no minimal balance. Just enroll in e-statements and show your Bearcat pride with the custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Visit pointbank.com to learn more. Point Bank, it's not just banking, it's Point Banking. Member FDIC.
Looking for a bank that knows your name and your town? Texas Republic Bank in Pilot Point is your local, community-first banking partner. From personal accounts to small business services, we're proud to be locally owned and fiercely independent, just like you. Come see us on Highway 377 or visit TexasRepublicBank.com. Texas Republic Bank. It's banking like it ought to be.
Senior, Texas, and two-time All-American.
back here getting ready for the second half after the abbreviated halftime. Bearcats, Wildcats coming on the field. I think the situation here at Massey is deteriorating pretty quickly. Another big weather system is moving in. Based off of what we've seen on the radar, I'm going to play weathermen because real weathermen aren't very good at it, so I figured I could probably be just as good as them.
Give her a shot.
It looks like we have about 25 minutes at most before we get wet. How long we can hold off the lightning might be less than that. So these teams are going to kick off, get what football they can in, and we'll get out of here probably before this one is complete. If it's just rain, we will stick it out, but the big cell heading this way from the Crum area, it looked too big and too orange and red to not have some electricity in that puppy.
Yeah,
Shout
go ahead.
Shout out to Angie Persinger in Shady Spring, West Virginia, here to watch number 70, Eli Noblet, who's been giving some guys the business tonight. Helped the Bearcats get in on one of their touchdowns. Terry Slay come to visit us at halftime. I wonder, I should have asked him if we might go to a running clock here in the second half. We mentioned the stands pretty full in the first half. It seems like a lot of people might know what's coming.
Maybe they listened to your weather report, Ryan. I doubt it, but.
Big kickoff. This one lands all the way in the end zone. Number 5, Chris Walker with quite the leg for the Wildcats.
He is kicking with the wind, too, so that might have helped him a little 5 yards.
Both kicks for him have been with a wind. The wind, when we were down there pregame, I know a storm is rolling in. It was quite windy, and it looks like the wind is picking up again with this new front moving in as well.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the
Definitely not hating it, Ryan. I'm glad that hot weather is gone, bring the cool weather in.
I think Chance just flashed a weather report on the screen, said 67 degrees. That is my kind of football weather.
Amen.
181 yards of offense for the Bearcats in the first half, getting started here. It's going to be a pitch. Josh Chumley, he's going to bring it between the tackles, get out to about the 29, 4 yards on the first down carry. They're going to give him the 30, which is 5 yards on the first down carry.
Well, he's a freight train running. When he gets going, you got to watch out for that kid.
Thunder and Lightning, he seems to be the Thunder. He likes to run between the tackles. They like to use Hunter Newman. Hadn't seen a whole lot of the jet sweeps with Hunter Newman tonight. And then you got Caden David, who, boy, give him the ball and get out of the way.
Amen.
Pitch left, and this looks to be Caden David maybe. Both hands on the ball. He's going to get the line to gain for the first down. Caden David, only his 3rd carry.
And that's good for a Pilot Point.
That was his 4th carry on the night.
Yeah, he's a little shy of his average from last week, but.
That's the stats, real-time updating, 5 carries, 29 yards on the night, 11 for 78 and 2 touchdowns for Josh Chumley. Ashton Williamson, 2 carries, 35 yards. Whew. This one is between the tackles for a quick 5 yards, 4 yards, setting up a 2nd and 6.
Bearcats have been running that play pretty often. It's been pretty successful for a good 3-4 yards every time at least.
Head of the chains on first down, setting up the offense on 2nd and 3rd down. Really can do anything as long as you stay ahead of the chains and on schedule. Getting to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 6, motion. There's this jet sweep from Hunter Newman. He's going to try to get the edge. Great tackle there, stretching by the Wildcat, number 14.
Penalty flag
Mike
on the play
Christensen.
on the tackle number 14 for the
Great
Wildcats.
tackle. Bearcats are going to get a few yards on the play, but it is going to be set up a 3rd down.
Looks like we got a penalty there, Ryan.
Penalties against the Wildcats.
Penalty on the Wildcats, going to give the Bearcats a redo plus some yardage. Asking Coach Worrell what he wants to do. Definitely wants to take it, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 after a 5-yard, maybe lined up in the neutral zone.
Possibly.
We don't get the benefit here of the referees wearing a microphone and telling us exactly what they're calling, and sometimes they don't even look at us. They just start moving.
A lot of times we got to listen to Terry Slay when we're here.
Yeah, there's no yellow flag marker that comes out on my screen that makes me know to look for one. Maybe that's a future addition to the broadcast.
I like that idea, Ryan.
2nd and 1 here for the Bearcats. Under center, Garrett Evans. He's going to pitch it to Chumley up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Can he take it all the way? 30. 20.
Stumbling.
Breaks a tackle. The he gets in the end zone. 43-yard touchdown by Josh Chumley. 3rd touchdown of the night. His biggest of the season.
I told you, Ron, he's that freight train running. You better get out of his way. He is rolling down the sidelines there.
Big time touchdown, 53 yards, getting the Bearcats in the end zone again. And our night might be cut short at any moment with the weather rolling in, so all the points on the board we can will just make us look that much better. Anthony Torres setting up the PAT. Snap, hold, kick is up. 9:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Pilot Point 28, Callisburg 7.
With over 40 years experience, DC David Construction LLC delivers expert craftsmanship in metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and more. Big or small, every job is done with professionalism and pride. Fully insured and ready to quote. Call 940-390-8656 today.
Serving Pilot Point since 1878, the Post Signal is your trusted source for hometown news. From local sports and school events to community milestones, we cover what matters most. Stay connected and subscribe today at postsignal.com.
Champion Equipment is more than just an equipment company. For 25 years, Champion Equipment has served the Pilot Point community with top quality rentals, sales, and service. Led by Champ Walker and his son Michael, they will help you find the right solution for any project. From construction to landscape, Champion offers reliable equipment and expert advice. Locally owned and proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats.
Looking for the perfect lawn without the hassle? Perfect Turf has you covered. From expert weed control and premium fertilization to full sod installation and artificial turf that looks lush year-round. We bring the green, so you don't have to. Visit PerfectTurfTX.com for more information.
And we're back here and taking a stranglehold on the Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game frontrunners, Josh Chumley.
Yeah, Ryan, looks like that just took him over 100 yards on the night. 13 attempts, 136 yards on the ground, got an average of 10.5 yards per carry and 3 TDs.
3 touchdowns last week, 3 touchdowns this week. 3's a magic number for Josh Chumley here in the 3rd quarter. The wind's wreaking havoc on the ball and the tee, so we're going to have to do the old school. Somebody's going to have to hold the ball on the tee while Anthony Torres kicks it off, and then you'll be chasing from behind.
Ron, this might be a good time for that pooch kick. Get it up in the wind and see what it does.
I think the wind's against you, though. It may come backwards. And that's what it does. The ball just dies in the air. Takes it out. Get it! Lane F recovers it at the Wildcat 25. You just called it. He kicked it high up in the air. The wind absolutely killed the ball. Took a bounce, went nowhere, and Lane F just picks it up on one hop.
What a play, Ryan.
If you could advance a recovered kick, Lane F would have went for a touchdown. Yeah. There were no Wildcats there ready to make a play on the ball. Kickoff's got to be confusing sometimes because, you know, on a punt, the ball's dead when it hits the ground. Nobody can do anything, like the defense can't do anything. On a kickoff, somebody has to cover that ball up.
I appreciate Lane F making me look like I know what I'm talking about here.
Well, that kick went exactly as you said it should go. We're on a roll up here. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 25. Garrett Evans takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Caden David's going to carry a defender down to the 21. 4 yards on the carry.
Good little run there by David.
Pick up a 4, it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Shout out to everybody in the chat giving you some credit here, saying you called that one. Buzz Menard, whoever that fella is.
That guy, he's a great dude.
If anybody wants to mount a TV in town over the weekend, Buzz Menard would love some assistance. Save me a trip next week. 2nd and 6 from the 21. Josh Chumley's going to get the pitch up the middle. Can he make it 4? Stiff arm! And he's going to get slung down at the 12. But he was showing those curls he'd been doing in the offseason.
That's good for a Pilot Point.
Giving them the business there, right?
Guns are for the ladies. Number 11 right there. Wyatt Schaefer just had to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, he held on for that ride. Outdoor Casey is
calling you Tony Romo.
Maybe Tony Romo better watch out. I'm coming for that job.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of the Wildcats. 8:36 and counting. Bearcats looking to go up 28 points on the night. Motion left to right, handoff. Caden Davis going to try to get the edge. He has a chance. Stiff arm again. Brought down at the line for a touchdown. Caden Davis would not be denied, and he gets in the end zone for the 4th time this season. Or the 2nd time this season. He only had one last week, even though he had 184 yards rushing.
What a play right there by the Bearcats, stacking some points up before this bad rain comes in.
Looks like that 25-point spread might be a thing tonight. Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine may be showing they know what they're talking about a little.
We keep giving them a hard time, but they're there.
We doubled it up last week, though. The spread was 26. We won by 53. And with this PAT, Anthony Torres has a chance to make it 28, and he gets it up, and he gets it through. 8:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Pilot Point 35, Callisburg.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with a mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and Southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 Jakes He Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Bill Bearcats.
We're coming back here, and what we said about the weather looks like that has taken effect. Both teams leaving the field. Just saw the coach's handshake at midfield, and it looked like Coach Worrell gave the cutoff sign. Looks like we're going to be done here tonight. Final Pilot Point 35, Callisburg 7. We don't want to let the game go to the end without mentioning the passing of Coach G.A. Moore today, something that I know a staple in the Pilot Point community. You normally see him here at all the games when he's in town. It's obviously a monumental loss for the Bearcats and the Pilot Point community. One of the things I'm thankful for is getting to honor the man before it was too late last year, dedicating the field here at Massey Stadium to him, and this being G.A. Moore Jr. Field at Massey Stadium. I'm so glad we got to have him here for that, and what a great man.
He is a great man. He was a mentor to a lot of great people in this town and all over the state, Ryan. Definitely want to keep thoughts and prayers out there for the Moore family.
I believe the arrangements, the funeral service is making its way. If you're on the internet, the Slade Memorial Funeral Home, I think they have the information. I know Terry announced some earlier. And one thing I just want to leave you with is something that Coach Moore, a quote that he gave when he was being inducted into the Texas High School Sports Hall of Fame, or just the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in 2011. He made it known at his speech there. I've been blessed by every measure in winning games and coaching good kids, but winning came when I got things straight with the Lord. So, a man who was truly like faith, family, football, and a big member of this community. But he will be missed.
Absolutely, Ryan.
Well, guys, we're going to try to get out of here before we get hit with the torrential rain like we were earlier. Thanks for staying through the weather delay, coming back and then hanging out with us. And the Bearcats put on another great show tonight. The final here at Massey is Pilot Point 35, Callisburg 7. It was a fun one.
That was a blast there, Ryan. Bearcats put up a lot of good points there. Before we get into the fourth quarter, Ryan, looks like we're headed to Lindsay next week, right?
I believe so. I was about to call for the schedule graphic as well. Next week, 9-12 at Lindsay. I believe another 7 p.m. kick where we'll see the Bearcats have the opportunity to avenge a third loss from last year like they've done weeks 1 and 2. But until then, everybody have a good night. Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.